Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to run up to Flint right now, spend a little time with Dr. Scott Grasman. He is the Dean, the College of Engineering and Computer Science at Kettering University, fast becoming one of our favorite institutions. And welcome to the show, Scott. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So, for those of you who are not aware of GM Mobility Research Center, give us a little rundown. What is that?
Yeah, we have a industry grade test track. It's on the site of a former GM facility, and it has an oval. It has a flat test pad. We can use that for vehicle testing. We have a lot of companies that also use that track, so it's our own private little testing ground for vehicles. We also use it. Our design teams, our SAE Formula Car and our EV Carts team, they really like to get out there on that track as well. And we have a lot of capstone projects and things that will design vehicles that like to get out on the track. So it's fully functional, industry grade. There's a garage out there, a shop with lifts and things, so you can do all your vehicle work out there as well. But it's a great facility to have on a campus like ours.
And rather unique, I would say you should be able to count on the fingers of one hand how many universities have that. You're the only one that I would know of.
Yeah, we're the only one that I know of too. There's other facilities in the state of Michigan similar to that, but they're typically not at campuses.
And not having that full-time access that you have, which is really important. And I suspect this goes back to the old GMI days, maybe, and that whole kind of culture that came in.
Yeah, we have a strong focus on automotive still. That's not all we do at Kettering, but as I said, we have a strong presence with our design teams. We have an auto drive team that is creating autonomous vehicles that use the test track. We have some other intelligent ground vehicle teams. So it's really an integral part of what we do in our engineering programs for sure, and now integrating computer science into that as well.
So, from a business and innovation standpoint, what kinds of real world testing and use cases can companies and researchers support at your facility?
Yeah, we've had companies out here that have been testing autonomous shuttles. We've had them out here testing automatic braking systems, driving systems. We've been engaged with companies who were testing some of the infrastructure, so some of the smart devices that you would put out on the road, to test those vehicles as well. So it really can be hardware, software. It can be full vehicle testing, whatever they want to be able to use. We have the capabilities of doing that. We also have our own, wireless networks out there that can support all of the data and things as well.
And what great exposure for your students, for goodness sake. You talk about hands-on. That's ahead of hands-on. That's it. That's the future.
Yeah,
So
they see it in their co-op programs, but they see it here on campus when they're classes as well.
so how does having that 24-hour year-round testing facility on a college campus really change the way, I guess, applied mobility research gets done?
Well, everything we do I guess not everything we do is applied, but most of the things we do is applied. I like to think that you're going to see the things that we're doing at Kettering in 3 to 5 years. You'll see that, in a vehicle. So our students are really helping develop the technologies that they're starting to put into vehicles now, and that are going to be in the next models of vehicles that are coming out. So it's not like we're studying. It's not like we're focusing on things that you won't see for 10 years or 15 years or maybe never. We're focusing on things that industry is doing right now and figuring out how to get those into vehicles and get them onto the road.
Well, and of course, this is pretty obvious. How does hands-on access to a facility like yours, how does that benefit your students? And I guess the question is, do many of them walk into industry jobs through that affiliation?
Definitely from connections that they make when companies are out there testing, doing things, right? They get our students involved in those things as they can. But certainly the students that have that hands-on experience from one of our design teams, whether it's SAE or EV carts or the auto drive team or intelligent ground vehicle systems, right? Those students get snatched up right away because, companies know that they have the knowledge, out of the classroom, but they know that they have the ability to implement that as well.
Well, and of course, Kettering has about 100% placement for their graduates, so that's in keeping with that. Scott, thanks so much for joining us, Dr. Scott Grasman, Dean, the College of Engineering and Computer Science at Kettering University in Flint. Thanks for being with us, bud.
My pleasure. Thanks, Ruben.
All right, we're going to be right back on the Michigan Business Beat, which you're watching on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.